Before the year officially ends, we're going to China one last time, back to Beijing. This time for Xiaomi, as the brand whisks a handful of SEA media to visit their state-of-the-art factories at the northern capital. But of course, as with any international junket, the lovely people from Xiaomi Thailand took us sightseeing in wintry Beijing. So it's currently 0 degrees here at Beijing. This is the outfit. I'm trying not to freeze my butt off, but we're here at the beautiful Temple of Heaven. Look at that scenery. Look at that gorgeous architecture. Once an exclusive ritual site for the emperor to communicate with the gods, the Temple of Heaven is now a large public park where locals could exercise, practice Tai Chi, and whatnot. Back then, the emperor would travel to the Temple of Heaven twice a year to ask the gods for bountiful harvests and to assert his special link with the divine. After roaming the grounds for a bit, we headed towards our first major stop for this trip, the Xiaomi EV factory at the Beijing Economic Technological Development Area, just about 40 minutes drive from where we were. Guys, look at this. The large, almost 72,000 square meter facility predominantly produces all the Xiaomi SU7 in the world. Because of its 100% key process automation and over 700 robots usage, the facility claims it can produce 40 Xiaomi SUV7s every hour at full capacity, of course. The facility also houses a 2.5-kilometer testing track designed for speeds up to 120 kilometers per hour and includes 18 different road conditions. Every Xiaomi SU7 must pass dynamic testing on this track before being delivered to customers. And boy did we get to test this when they hooked us on a Xiaomi SU7 Ultra, their fastest car to date.
Okay, all right. 3, 2, 1, let's go! Whoa! Okay. Short while, okay? Okay, we're all right. Let's go. Hey, cool.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This EV factory also holds the biggest showroom of Xiaomi EV cars in China, where you can see the brand's history and milestones, ingenious manufacturing processes, and a guided tour inside their automated factory. Yes folks, upon recently, this has been open to the public. But perhaps what really drew my interest was a trip inside the Xiaomi Customization Lab. It's a place where you can customize your Xiaomi dream car, from chassis color to pretty much anything you can think of. It's the first effort from the brand to level up the luxurious sophistication in owning one of their EVs. Heck, the showroom looks like a haberdashery. But for cars, choose among the 100 colors that they currently have on their wall and pair it with whatever fabric and upholstery that you can imagine. You can even order in genuine Napa leather, which they have swatches for. So I'm really not much of a car guy, but I do appreciate what they're doing here in this customization lab, because everything is all about aesthetics and all about design and all about getting that right vibe. If you're big on design and on car customization, this area is basically Willy Wonka's chocolate factory for you. We were also granted access to take a peek behind what it takes to make a Xiaomi smartphone. But before we went there, the guys from Xiaomi gave us a quick side quest to check the Summer Palace in winter. Like, look at that. Eh? Frozen lake. Or frozen-ish. This is literally day 2 of the tour. Well, it's not really the factory tour yet. We will be going there later. Did you know that the Summer Palace is about 4 times the area of the Forbidden City? Yep, it's also one of China's biggest man-made lakes and was created as a quick summer getaway for the Emperor's mother and later the Empress Dowager's main base of governance. Also, look, ducks are back, but some of them are just standing on an already iced-out lake. Okay, now back to why we flew to Beijing in the first place. This is the Xiaomi Smart Factory, a large automated facility that can churn out, just about 10 million smartphones a year. Built to initially just house the manufacturing for Xiaomi's main numbered series, the factory can also lend support to other Xiaomi manufacturing concerns and/or projects. It's a massive facility with 81,000 square meters developed area. It's impossible to visit all the labs in just one afternoon, so we were just ushered into the main production line. It's a massive hall with about 11 lines of end-to-end assembly and testing of smartphones and other gadgets. When we visited, they were making some panels for the Xiaomi YU7, but what surprised us was that we got to track the birth of a new Redmi smart device from start to finish, from motherboard assembly down to a packaged unit. Wild. I'm not particularly new to seeing how a smartphone is created, but this is the first time I've witnessed an entire process done in just one line. From SMT assembly down to internal components, backplate and housing assembly all the way until they put the upcoming Redmi device into its box, almost all being done through an automated process. There were hardly any human interactions during the assembly process. The most people would do was to check for inconsistencies and or possible defects, but that's about it. Most of the work is done by robots, achieving 100% automation on critical processes and about 81% in total automation. It's processes like these that make the brand agile. And speaking of agile, executives from the brand also mentioned that the assembly line are modular, making it easy for them to adjust and retrofit just parts of the line to accommodate other product series from Xiaomi. Overall, this last work trip before the year ended is a great cherry on top to an already amazing year in tech. Got to travel quite a bit this 2025, went to China 4 times, and got to experience pretty much all the seasons the country had to offer. But aside from that, it's great understanding and diving deeper into the manufacturing processes of these devices that govern our daily lives. For us here at Ungeek, it gives us a great appreciation of brand strategy, communication, and overall brand value. Personally, it just reassures us that everything that the brand churns out is worth investing your peso to, especially with how much R&D and meticulous state-of-the-art manufacturing processes these devices go through. We hope you enjoy these little geeky travel vlogs. My name is Colin, and as always, I'll see you on the next one. Keep safe, keep healthy, and keep on gaming, everyone. Bye-bye.